Hi everybody, this is just a little short video because I'm thinking a lot about my time in the 1960s, and I lived in Hawaii, and Hawaii has major military bases. It's a very important part of our military program. So the 60s, that was the Vietnam War, so we had a lot of soldiers coming and going through Hawaii. And in the 60s, the protests here, what we'd called the mainland, we're an island out here in Hawaii, an organization called Another Mother for Peace. Yeah, Another Mother for Peace. And they came up with a poster with a slogan that has marched on with time. One thing that I do that helps my mental health and such is just do little quickie paintings here in my lounge. And an easy way, I've shown you these acrylic markers before that I had gotten on Temu quite a while back. And the markers themselves have two sides. Hold that. Markers have two sides, and one side is called the dot. And they even show you dots. And the other side is a fine line. And the dot, a nice rounded tip that just by tamping it down, you can make a consecutive series and series of dots. And there's a Japanese artist, Kusama, Kusama, something like that. I do apologize. I even tried to bring it up to have a picture, and I was not successful in my quest online. But these pumpkins here really show that's what she's most famous for. People recognize the pumpkin and gourd shapes and the continuous stream of dots, everything on there. Teeny tiny different dot sizes. Well, as I say, that's kind of a fun way to be able to paint without worrying that, oh, what am I doing here, and such and such. And the acrylic markers, as acrylic paints, dry very quickly. What we know, I talk about Chester the Wonder Dog. He's my grand dog, Chester. He's a Boston Terrier, and I adore him. He's so sweet. They are a precious, precious breed. So I did a tiny one that says, you know, we love Chester. We love Chester. You see, just lots of dots. And I do it all around the sides of the canvas. And that way when you have it hanging, it's attractive and it melds in to the painting itself. It's just a little thing that it's helpful to do because you're not framing. But anywho, so there's some dots making up the We Love Chester. And I had done the big one using Chester and my little spontaneous person thing, which has, I love the glasses and the eyeballs. Well, this was my little poster sign painting that says, go away. No, no, go away. And that's for the solicitors, because I don't appreciate that Verizon comes knocking on my door. We don't even have doorbells. And it's like, you're soliciting. So go away. No, go away. And I'd done that. And yesterday, the 60s were rushing back at me with everything that was on the news. And I think it's important to reflect on our past. Remember, if we don't recognize our past, we'll repeat it. Something like that is one of the most famous sayings. So at the time, at the Vietnam War in the 60s, had been going on for quite a while. I lived in Hawaii. We had troops coming and going all the time. And I so appreciated that a group called Another Mother for Peace. Just give peace a chance. Another Mother for Peace. And they came out with a poster, and it had the phrase on it, "War is not healthy for children and other living things." Just that simple. War is not healthy for children and other living things. So I've done it all, and I need to do the sides. And it was very cathartic. Just making the dots and making the dots and making the dots. So just a little something to say. Maybe you too could get into doing little art as a release for all kinds of things and just for fun. And then you have them ready to hang. I think your home should be covered with your artwork. Mine is. I really enjoy my own art. I'm going to go ahead and say, I hope you enjoyed looking at that, hearing my perspective, helps my mental health, helps me cope, and I have fun. Okay? Thank you. That was just a little art moment. I appreciate it. It's Adrienne. I was going to say thanks a bunch. Okay? Bye-bye.